Welcome to this 5-minute lesson in advanced shell script programming. The topic of this lesson is the variable test operator : +. This test operator allows the programmer to test variables to determine if they are unset or null, and if they are null, it uses the null value. If it is not null, then it uses the string following the operator. So it would use that string following the : operator. So to say this another way, if a variable has a value, it doesn't use it. Instead, it uses string. So let's see some examples on what that means. So in order to illustrate the use of the : operator, we're going to use the man command, and the reason is because the man command has lots of command line options and arguments, and two of those are the -p option, which allows the programmer to specify a pager to use to display man pages, and the -r option, which allows the programmer to specify a command prompt to display with the less pager. And so the way you would use that on the command line would be to specify the man command, and we're going to try and display a man page for the ls command. And so if we do a man -p followed by the word less, then that tells the man command to use the less pager to display the output for the man page of the ls command. And at the bottom of the page, it's going to display this prompt to prompt the user to input commands into the ls pager. And so those two options are what we're going to concentrate on in illustrating the use of the : sign. So one of the most frequent uses of the : sign operator, variable test operator, is to provide the shell script programmer with the ability to dynamically insert command line options and arguments based on whether or not the arguments are defined in shell variables. So this eliminates having to use if statements or multiple if statements to define multiple versions of the command with all the various combinations of options and arguments that the programmer may want to use. Instead, they can simply test the value of the variable, and if it has a value, insert the option dynamically into the command line. So the way you would do that is shown here. The pager command is defined as less, that is the less pager that we are defining, and the prompt shell variable is defined as that command prompt. And to use these on a command line, you would define the pager variable followed by the : operator followed by the string that you want to use if pager has a value. Remember, the way this works is that : operator says that if it has a value, don't use it. Instead, use the string following the operator. And so the string following the operator is to insert a -p, capital P option, followed by the value of pager, which is less. And then same thing with the prompt variable and the : sign operator. If it has a value, don't use it. Instead, use -r and the value of prompt. Use that. So now then, if pager were null, it would use null, and there would be no value on the command line. If prompt were null, it would have no value. It would use null, and there would be no value on the command line for that. No option, no value, nothing. So with this syntax now, the shell interprets that to be this command. So it automatically inserts the -p in front of the less variable, and in front of the less option, and the -r option in front of the command prompt value. And so the command it would run would be man with those options for the ls command. And that is the end of this lesson. If you enjoyed this lesson, please subscribe and you'll be notified of any future lessons in advanced shell script programming. Thank you for watching.